So hi, this is Nayalla and this is part 2 of the twin flame video that I'm sharing with you. So what I would like to share straight away in this part, in part 2, is about twin flames coming together at this time. So I feel the true twin flame connections coming together at this time is very much because they share a soul mission. Like I mentioned in part 1, we've got this clear mirroring going on, and I do pick this up when I'm doing readings for the twin flame readings, that we've got this clear mirror, and that is because they are vibrating at the same frequency. So whatever is going to stop that healthy flow of love for one another will be very much highlighted. I do actually believe as well many twin flames, if not all twin flames, coming together at this time, it is to work on ancestral patterns. It is to burn off any toxic ancestral patterns so that they can form a very healthy relationship moving forward. And anything that is stopping that, again, will be very much highlighted. So it is energetically pretty heavy going for each party, because they've basically got a lot of work to do in cleaning up things that have happened on cycles for so many years within each individual family. So that is again why it is so intense, and why sometimes it's just too much for either one party or both parties to come together in this lifetime. So generally it's important that they have worked through the bulk of personal karma, of personal lessons and such, so that they can then focus mainly on the soul mission. So they need to be in a very healthy place, they need to be in a very balanced place, and this is important for their individual energy, but also when they come together for that collective energy as well. So it's very important that they have been working on themselves enough to be sure that it will allow a good foundation to work from when they do come together. So they will reflect each other in very similar ways. So they might have very similar life experiences, or past hurts, or past traumas, or personal stories or themes, and that is why they will have a strong connection. Again, this can be confused as a karmic relationship or as a soulmate relationship as well. And we're in a place right now of very much ripping and taking away labels. And I do feel like the twin flame label is very much one of these things that we very much have to rip off, and not worry about the label, but worry about what you're feeling inside, because it doesn't matter what you call it. The truth is you've got this connection with somebody, so it's about learning how to deal with this intense connection and how to have the best healthy relationship moving forward with them, so you then can learn from it and get the most from it. And also this is very much highlighting again about having a healthy relationship with yourself, staying in a very empowered place and keeping your energy as high vibe as you possibly can, so that you can then give the best of yourself to another. So twin flames activate each other through their combined energies. They will make each energy stronger, so they amplify what they've already got. So if you are already in this empowered, healthy place and you're already vibrating at love, when you come together, it will raise up, your vibration will raise up, and everything will be amplified. So again, anything that needs to be worked on will also be amplified, and again, that's why we get this intensity, and that's why it can be too much for some people when they first come together. So the divine masculine can very much focus on presenting as a divine masculine, the truest and most divine example of masculine in a very healthy way, expressing that healthy energy out. And in the same way, the divine feminine can focus on being a pure divine example of a healthy expression of a divine feminine in energy. So they find a very safe place within each other, within each other's love, within each other's company. So if they haven't felt they were able to express themselves in that way in any other relationship or with any other person, they find that safe place within that connection where they can, and then they can start really sharing that with the world as well. So it's almost like a feeling of coming home in a way, because they've already found that within themselves. They're not looking for it within another. They're not seeking something that they feel is not already within them. They've already felt that home connection within themselves, so they really understand that when they feel that same vibrational match with their divine counterpart. An individual feels is happening intuitively within the other expression, i.e. the divine feminine or the divine masculine, is actually what is happening within themselves. And you may have seen, or you may have done it yourself, where you felt like you've been channeling your other party. If you are a twin flame, or you identify as a twin flame, you may have felt that you was connecting with, if you're a divine feminine, say the divine masculine. What is actually happening is you are feeling that within yourself. You are feeling the divine masculine aspect within yourself, and really having inner dialogue with your other part, with your other expression. So it's bringing you into wholeness. It's bringing you into oneness. Also, because we are multi-dimensional and we are working on many levels, if you are identifying as a twin flame counterpart, yes, you will be very much feeling what they're feeling as well. But it's important to remember that you're feeling it in you because it is you, if that makes sense. So if you feel that your divine masculine is a certain way, or is feeling something, or is going through something, that is very much the divine masculine within you really speaking up, saying, we've got some work to do. You need to recognise this is what is going on within yourself. So I hope that makes sense. As the inner workings of the divine feminine and the divine masculine merge and come together to work in union, it's very important to understand that you are not merging yourself with another. It is the love for one another that you are merging, and that becomes a separate entity within itself. But you are very much staying in your own energy as yourself, independently of that relationship. So you are you, your counterpart is your counterpart. They are very much standing in their own energy, and then you are forming a love, a divine union energy within itself. So you are not merging with somebody else. It is not two becoming one. It is two people celebrating the love for self and the love for one another, and then we are forming this love, this beautiful energetic love between the two of you. So as an individual, we are very much able to keep giving ourselves unconditional love, keep filling our cup up, and not relying on another person to fill our cup up. It is not the other person's place. They're not put on this earth to fill you up with love. You are put on this earth to fill yourself up with love. And it is about celebrating the love you have for self and celebrating the love you have for another. So please don't rely on somebody else to fill your cup up, because that will form a very toxic relationship, and it is building from very unstable foundations, so it won't work. You know, that relationship will not work. It is very vampiric, and again, we've got that attachment, and that is very much what the false program is trying to play into. So please continue to work on yourself. Please continue to love yourself, either individually and also when you are in a relationship, that continues. If anybody is in a relationship and the person you're in a relationship with is not allowing you to do so, then please get yourself out of that situation. It is a toxic relationship. So the twin flame counterpart incarnation on Earth at this time, they are more likely to be able to work together harmoniously and collaborate amicably in their shared soul mission when they are in a healthy place, and they are also more able to work together and do shared healing and soul healing and energetic healing and ancestral healing when they are in a healthy place. So that's when they can come into this divine soul union, and they can then heal the themes by coming into union. So then obviously that's going to expand out, and they are able then to in a bigger way heal collective issues, collective themes that have been playing out and hindering the collective evolution on Earth. And that is why I believe there has been so much out there to try and prevent the true twin flames coming together at this time, because it is really going to very much just it's going to be like boom, you know, everything that we have been doing individually is just going to be completely expanded out, and obviously it's going to ripple out in a really huge way to what is already happening in the collective energy at this time. So this is all about really smashing out of false programming and tuning into a more authentic twin flame energy. So we really have to go into ourselves. We have to go into self-love. We have to go into unconditional love and realize that you are already whole and you are already complete, whether you are in or not in a romantic relationship. And to carry on working on your own self, to carry on working on your own personal development, carry on working on your own healing and on your own family patterns, those negative family patterns that are preventing you from having a healthy relationship with self and a healthy relationship with others in a romantic way. A healthy relationship with yourself, when you are in a very loving space, unconditional love, is very much allowing you to have that same connection with another. Now, like I mentioned before, not all twin flames will go into union at this time, but they are still very much aware of one another on some level. Even if you haven't met physically, there will be this this awareness that there is very much somebody there on some level working with you on your soul theme. And again, if you do see them in the physical, it'll be very much sparking something within you and set the wheels in motion to do some very intense healing, to do some very intense soul searching, and to really bring yourself into balance and correct whatever needs to be corrected. So I have been doing readings for people that are in that situation, and it very much has highlighted these themes of attachment, these themes of very much them learning how to come into their own power and to recognize themselves as divine whole beings, of being, you know, so much to celebrate within themselves, and really love themselves for who they are, and once they're able to do that, they really blossom and bloom, and all the false programming of the twin flame really falls away, and then they're in a place where they can form a very healthy divine union with another, obviously, if they choose to do so. So this is about bringing everything back into balance. So I believe that we are the reprogrammers. We are all individually here to heal, to repair, and to reprogram the matrix. It does, however, feel that like the true twin flames are here to very much reprogram romantic relationships and divine unions. That's very much, I feel, their shared soul mission, but there will be other things that they have to do together as well. Obviously, just coming together and being able to form a healthy relationship will be very much doing a massive thing for all of us as well. It'll be really paving the way for this new healthy dynamic of friendships, families, and obviously romantic relationships moving forward as well. So they will be very much working as a team, using each other's strengths to create combined energies and really make some beautiful divine magic together. Yes, you can have same-sex twin flame couples. That is very much happening, and that is a beautiful thing within itself. And they obviously have got their own things that they're working through, where they've decided to come together and explore other avenues and really repair and heal a lot of things that have been out there, really preventing us from accepting same-sex relationships, and really healing that as well, and collectively allowing all of us to express uniquely, and also to heal the ability to be able to accept our differences as well. So as all of these new unique expressions come out through love, as we are more able to see that love is expressed in so many ways and so many colours, then we are accepting all parts of ourselves. We are able to accept all parts of others, and it is really bringing the collective together. And we are more able then to see the collective in a very whole way and move into unity consciousness. So all of these differences that are happening, it's there for a reason. And sometimes, like I've said to many people, we've sort of got this pendulum swinging, and sometimes the pendulum has to swing right out one end and right out the other end in order for it to come into balance. And we do see that playing out in the world at large right now, in many ways, and relationships is very much a part of that as well. And I know that has happened in my own life. You know, it has had to go to extremes so that I can pull it back in and get to know myself on a deeper level. It's almost like many of us have to forget who we are in order to remember ourselves at a deeper level and to connect with our core selves. And a lot of the twin flames will have very much gone through very similar things, where they've gone through a lot of darkness, and it's when they emerge into the light, it's when they have claimed and owned themselves on all levels, it's when they have managed to heal and repair enormous great rifts within their own lives, that they can actually come together and then form these very healthy unions. So what Metatron was very much sharing with me, which I think is a really beautiful way of looking at it, is that twin flames share the same inner flame, that same passion or the same drive that allows them to go off and achieve their shared soul mission. And he's saying as well that it's not two souls coming together, although it can be. He said that again, this is even rarer, where there has been a splitting and then what has happened is one soul is split to experience individually the divine feminine and the divine male separately. But they also will have to come into balance, and they also will have to draw in the divine masculine or the divine quality within themselves in order to have that wholeness where they can come together. But it very much is remembering that there's nobody out there that can complete you. There's nobody out there that can complete you. Please remember that. That is false programming, and it is so damaging on so many levels. You are already whole, you are already complete, and you are so beautiful, whether you are in a relationship or not. You do not need a relationship to be beautiful. You do not need a relationship to celebrate who you are. You do not need to be in a relationship to be, you know, who everything that you came here to be. You can do that by yourself. You can do that as a single person. And yeah, it's like I said, it's so upsetting for me to see so many beautiful people get so messed up by this false programming that is out there. So the twin flames, and even just two people coming together that have done the work and moving into divine union, are setting the most beautiful example of how a healthy divine union works. So maybe it is about all of us just taking away those labels and just feeling into that connection that you have for another. And if that other person is allowing you to be yourself in a very healthy place, and if the two of you can recognize that you're here to do something that is much bigger than yourselves, that is going to help not only the people in your own life and your family and your ancestors, but also the collective, then that is magnificent, that is beautiful, and it doesn't matter what you call it, you know, it is what it is. What I'm going to say as well, and I will do my best, I'm not very computer savvy, but I'll do my best to share a link with a blog that I've written, and that is about exploring the illusion of heartbreak, because I believe that is also another very damaging part of this, and it also does connect with the false twin flame programming out there as well. So what I will say is, this is really a time for all of us to connect with who we truly are and to really bring ourselves into balance, and the more we can do that, the easier it will be to form really beautiful, meaningful, fulfilling relationships with others, and if we choose, really beautiful, fulfilling romantic relationships with others as well. So I hope that has helped you in some way. If you've got any questions, then, you know, feel free to connect with me and I'll do my best to answer them. I am sending you so much love. I'm wishing you all the very, very best, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Goodbye for now.